Hi everybody, it's Raid Kitty, and I'm here with my Raid Kitty S'mores, and today we are back in CollabTown playing City Skylines. I am at ground level looking at the London Eye. Oh, I'm moving. Look at that! Where am I going? Oh, I'm cutting through bushes. I have no idea where I'm going. I didn't realize this was a path. Well, I was at the London Eye, but we're at the Birdsong Fairgrounds, just kind of hanging out. And we're getting ready to build the second part, which is going to be the petting zoo up near the riding stables. So let's, oops, well, I'm messing everything up. There we go. And in case you missed it, this is what we started doing last time, is we built the amusement part of the fairgrounds. This is a pretty significant size fairgrounds, and there's a lot of things I want to do out front and down this main thoroughfare, but for right now, we're just going to go in quadrants and do some really interesting things here. So I am thinking that this is where I want the petting zoo, the animal area, maybe some more of the competition areas, due to the fact that we have two riding stables here. And if you remember, I put these as horse stalls because these would be where you'd have the barrel races, maybe some showcasing of the horses and things like that. Remember, this is a game, and I would love nothing more than to have assets that match what I want them to, but at this time, we are using our imagination. And so, I'm not going to be detailing right now, which I almost started doing, because that'll be in the next episode. But let's go ahead and start putting in some things. So I've been thinking, and I want to know if this can fit on that other side, and it almost looks like it can. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting it right towards the edge and getting that just on the outside of, there we go, just on the outside of where this is going to go, kind of put it nearer the road, away from everything else. Oops. We don't want the boardwalk, we want the cement. And let's see if we can get this baby to fit. It's gonna be just a little too big. I wonder if I could just, oh, not like that. We just push it a little bit. How weird is that gonna look? It actually does not look that weird. I don't think it really comes out. And I don't think that anybody could get in here without, I mean, I suppose they could walk, but, you know, we'll have to take a look. But I just kind of want that on the exterior. In my opinion, it makes a little bit more sense than right in the middle. Kind of off to the side, it's kind of safely tucked away, and it puts them in areas where they could kind of excuse themselves. And we're gonna do the same thing with this one. And we're gonna have to be okay with the fact that that enters that area just a little bit. Awesome. So I want to put some petting zoos in here, and I was doing some looking under Find It for farms and things like that, and unfortunately all of these are going to be industrial buildings, which I think is going to be okay, because again, we're going to kind of play pretend. So I think if I were to take some of these like this, so this is a residential, which is nice, and I could zone it for residential, but I don't quite know how that's going to work. But I was thinking if I were to put some like barracks and different Danish farms. Again, it's not an industry area, so I wonder if it wants this kind of industry. I think it's going to want this kind of industry. So I could put an industry area in here and just turn those buildings off. But let's see what happens. All right, so I did some testing, and it's not really going to be possible to put down some of those industrial assets without them being in an industry zone or functioning. It's not quite doing what I want. So I went and I downloaded some props from the Steam Workshop that included some troughs, some tractor trailers, some cows, sheep, I think a pig, yep. So I think we're going to use some of those in here. So let's go ahead and get started by laying out our by laying out our paths. So one of the things that I want in the middle is going to be a zoo asset. So I want something that looks like either a petting zoo or something that kind of makes sense, like a birdhouse would be really cool. Let's see if we have anything. That might be really cool. Insect, amphibian, reptile house. Flamingos doesn't really make sense. Elephants, absolutely not. Does not make sense. Monkey palace, rhino, lion. Okay, so I'm thinking probably the birdhouse makes the most sense. This is neat, but it doesn't really blend in with the atmosphere that we're creating. So I'm gonna place that here, and then we're gonna use move it. We're gonna move it into a centerpiece here. And then from there, we're going to use our dirt pedestrian paths. Almost. We're going to run that across. I'm gonna go ahead and move him down a little bit. And we're gonna run another one behind. And do the same thing we've done before and run paths. There we go. So being the nice middle centerpiece is the birdhouse. Look at that. Got some swans, it looks like. What's in here? Oh, eagles. Oh yeah, that's right up our petting zoo alley. All right. So let's take a look at a couple, if we have anything else. We want to make sure we add, I want to add kind of a souvenir shop. Because again, we want people to buy some things. But I don't know if that really makes sense here. It makes a little bit more sense by the amusement park. I'm gonna stick in a couple bathrooms. Bird and bee haven. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is, again, we're gonna move that back. Because I want people to be able to wander around. So we're gonna take our pedestrian path. Okay, so we're gonna have to go right there, which is fine. And I want people to be able to come down and look at this. I think that's really neat to kind of have out here. Nice outdoor area. And then I want people to be able to walk all the way around it and look at it. So this could also be, I have been to fairs before where they actually do shows with birds. Renaissance Festival is one of them that I can think of right away. So this could be almost like a performing center. So let's make sure that's centered because it's going to bother me if it's not. Nope. So bird. So we're going to call it the main stage 2. Bird song performance complex. So we're gonna call it the main stage 2 birdsong performance stage. We're actually just gonna call it the bird performance stage. Uh-oh, getting dark. Let's turn that back, lighten it up. Perfect, 10 o'clock, works great. So how nice is that? And I think, let's see if we have any. Okay, so we have some birdhouses, that's interesting. So what I'm thinking we can do here is take some tents. I'm gonna place some, ooh, not in a line. We're gonna lengthen it out. We're gonna put just some here. I'm gonna start changing the color so I can get back at white. Now, in order to do that, I'm just going to reset the object and it'll go through its color variations. I'm going to be boring with this set and we're going to do primarily white. Beautiful. Because while I like the multicolor, I feel like at some point it's a little kind of weird. There's lots of different colors. Oops, oh, I missed the white. And you may be asking, well, why don't I just copy the white one and put it down? Well, it'll still choose a different color variation at that point. So I know I said I was going to do some detailing later, but I think I'm going to go through and do some right now. Alright, so I've done some light detailing here. I'm just kind of creating tents that are selling different things. So we have some birds, plants, bird hives. Oh my goodness. Bird fountains, more birds. There's a beehive here. Got some little kitty trucks. And these could be used as additional places to set items. So I thought that that was a nice little addition there, next to the bird and bee haven. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we'll eventually detail around that and create that a nice little arena. And we're going to detail that area up. So let's go ahead and add a couple more things. As you can see, we're going to need to add some water. So we have this zoo fence. Let's take a look at these fences really quick. So different fences we could use is we could use this zoo fence, which is okay. I have a preference for the nature reserve or the farm fence. And I think for the petting zoo, I don't really want the zoo fence. And I feel like the farm fence kind of looks a little dilapidated. I'm sorry, the forestry fence looks a little... Let's try for a third time. The nature reserve fence looks a little dilapidated. So we're going to create a nice petting zoo. So we're going to leave some area here around the birdhouse. And let's go ahead and create this petting zoo. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just turn off all of my guides. I think it'll be a little bit easier. So I'm going to go all the way out. And actually, you know what? We're going to do like a full-fledged petting zoo here. Right there. Perfect. So now let's stick in some animals. So in this one, I guess cows don't really belong in a petting zoo, but you know, I'm trying my best. And we're gonna put in a trough, feeding trough, and another feeding trough. And I wonder if I just look up farm, do all, let's see what other types of props and things we get. So we get some processing plants. I don't really want that. I did see something interesting. So not the shopping cart, but I feel like this kind of works as a really interesting, almost like barn. It's not the most beautiful thing, and the cows are kind of, you know, glitched through it. But I thought that that would be kind of an interesting prop to pretend with. It looks like a farm. No one has to know that it's a... Well, I know, and you know, and anybody who knows the asset well knows. But I think it's kind of nice. And then in this one, we're gonna do something similar. The shopping cart over here is another barn. Back that right up. And let's add some pigs. See, I would love to do the pig marker And I might still try and do it and see what happens. What's the difference? Props, parks, 1 by 1. Interesting. Okay, well, we're still gonna try and get a cow marker in there to see if we can get it to spawn, but it might walk around. That's okay. All right, let's add some pigs. So piggies kind of make more sense for a petting zoo. Put some there. Put 1 or 2 there. Oh, they're like parks. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, as they raise the land value and add entertainment, but, you know, to each their own. And I'll add a couple more piggies there, and let's see if we can get some mud or dirt. Oh yeah, look at that. Add some dirt. That just looks like rubble. So we'll kind of make it dirty in there. Oh, look at that. Oh, those are some happy pigs. And let's get another trough, and we'll put the trough on the back side. Put 2 of them. Very nice. And then to be... And then to be nice to the piggies and the cows, we're gonna give them just a little bit of greenery. So I think the cows are gonna enjoy a little bit of grass to feed on. Ooh, that's a lot of grass to feed on. Let's give them a little bit of grass there. And we'll give them 1 tree to hang out under. That's a small tree. Put it over there. The piggies are gonna get some rocks, maybe in the middle of their enclosure so they don't use them to climb up and over. Perfect. Those piggies are a little white, but that's okay. All right, now over here, let's see what else we have. We got piggies. Ooh, let's add some sheep. Sheep. Building must be placed roadside. Well, that's interesting. So we're just gonna add some static sheep. But I think what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna add a tractor trailer. That's where the sheep came from, and we're actually gonna move it. Just gonna move it kind of back over here. Excuse me. I'm gonna add a feeding trough for the sheep. We're gonna do it right in the middle. And we're gonna put some sheep near the fence, as sheep do, because they like attention. That's a lot of sheep. We're gonna delete some of the sheep. Don't need that one, don't need that one, don't need that one. Perfect. And I'm gonna put some sheep eating. Like this one. Yep, they're eating. This guy really wants attention. This guy's kind of over here minding his own business. And those ones are definitely not gonna be facing in the same direction. Perfect. Look at those sheep. Sheep also deserve a little bit of grazing, so I'm gonna add some grass for the sheep. Perfect. And then let's see what else we have in here to go. I'd love to be able to add some of these really cool props, but I just don't think I'm gonna be able to. All right, let's keep going. I'm just gonna sort by prop. Okay, I'm currently not seeing anything that calls out to me for adding to this build. But I'm going to look through just really quick. Really quick. Sheep. Add a sheep marker, and we'll call that one a day. So we got cows, we got pigs, we got sheep. And I think this one, instead of being a petting zoo area, is going to be a place where people can come and look at the tractors. especially because kids think that that's pretty cool. So they get a chance to come and ride on the tractor. They get to look at some of the equipment. See if I can find anything else to stick in here. I think that that's it. I'm gonna place some kind of boxes over there. Maybe some wood. Let's see what else we have. Not seeing a whole lot else. And so we'll be back here to detail next episode. Ooh, abandoned car. I think we have, wait. Abandoned. Ooh, yeah, we have an abandoned, kind of looks like a trailer. So I think I'm all about that. All about that. So this is our little petting zoo, and I think it's really cute. It's really cute. Okay, so we have a bird area. We have a little bit of a petting zoo there. So we still have kind of all of this area left to do. So let's see what else we got. So let's go into our parks and let's see what regular parks we have. So the botanical gardens would be really interesting. Dog park. Well, I think we have to almost for sure have a dog park in here. So let's see. I don't know that people would be able to bring their dogs though. Oh, I think a nice little community garden. What if we did that? Oh, we're not going to be able to do that right there. I don't want anything on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a path. One of my favorite little assets. Just stick that there. People can come in and rest and relax and, you know, just kind of hang out. I am going to stick a plaza over here. Oh, look at those. They're so cute. Ooh, I forgot. We can stick a harvester in here instead of 2 tractors. Let's do that. Yes. Perfect. Look at that. We can go pet the tractors, I guess. And you know what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stick 2 more community gardens over here. We're going to have to move it a little bit with Move It, which I think is okay. Because I want them to line up and almost be like one unit. And I kind of like that there's a couple different settings, so I'm going to reset this one. Okay. So I was able to get 2 different loads, which is nice. So we got a couple different varieties of trees. That's looking really good. And I might move these. I might center these a little bit more. Okay. So let's go ahead. So we have bathroom, bathroom. I want to stick a bathroom over here. There we go. I want to stick another bathroom over here so people who are over at this stage can take a look at that. And the other thing I kind of want over here is I want somewhere people can sit, which I'll make sure to detail out later. So we've kind of worked on this area. So let's continue over here. I do kind of like this plaza. In my opinion, it looks really nice kind of by here. So we can almost do a double plaza. Oh, you know what? This might fit perfectly right in there, right near the birdhouse. So let's go ahead and stick one more. Places to sit, eat food, put some food and snacks around there later. All right, so let's figure out what to put in this area. So we got a tropical garden, fishing island, a soccer field, baseball field. So I kind of like the botanical garden, but I also understand that it's kind of not a great thing. So what if we stick, oh, the tropical garden looks like it was meant for it. And you know what? It kind of looks like the bird and bee haven. So we're really getting this nice color going. And I think that is pretty cool. So let's stick a zoo cafe in here too. Souvenir shop, restrooms, cafe. Perfect. And then we can add some nice tiling here and allow people to eat. Oh, this is coming together. Oh, I'm loving it so much. So much. Okay. So ignoring again this back area, let's go ahead and add some things by the stable. Okay, so I did some thinking and I did some looking around, and I'm thinking I would like to add some exhibition tents, but we don't have very large exhibition tents. So, I mean, we have these, which are pretty small, and then we have primarily factories. So what I'm thinking is warehouses, especially these ones, look pretty spot on to exhibition tents. So I was thinking about placing some exhibition tents down. Interesting that won't let me move that over one more. Placing down some exhibition tents and then labeling it as such and turning these off. So that way people aren't going to be coming to them. They are going to be making little, like, these symbols are going to be all over the place. But if I turn them off, I'm hoping that they'll just yell at me for being off. So I just want them to empty. Sure, we'll just do unique factory products. Actually, what if we did? Sorry, we're gonna do farming products. And these are gonna be little exhibition tents. And I think that these kind of fit right in with what an exhibition area would look like, especially at a county fair. So I'm gonna continue to look for warehouses. And I know it's kind of weird, and you're like, well, why would you use a warehouse? It kind of, well, because it's nice to have assets that kind of fill up stuff. So I'm going to, I hope any of that made sense, because thinking about it right now, none of that made sense to me. So basically what I'm trying to say is I want exhibition tents, and I think that they would look really nice. And not having something that functions as an exhibition tent means that we need to attempt to use our imagination. And our imagination says that these look an awful lot like exhibition tents if you were to ask me. And I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to turn this the other way. And so now we have these exhibition tents, so we're going to name it as such. And these are all going to be off, so they shouldn't be attracting vehicles, they shouldn't be spawning vehicles, either direction. But I think it's kind of neat to have these there, and we're just going to pretend. I mean, I don't know. I think they look pretty cool. So let's run some paths. And we're just going to kind of close them in. Lots of dirt. Again, this is kind of where I wish I had my, it's kind of where I wish I had the surface painter tool, but I don't. And I suppose I could add it, but I'm just complaining about it instead. So now that we have our exhibition tents here, and we have that, we're going to add a horse racetrack later. But let's go ahead and fill in these last two areas. So I'm trying to think kind of what else you would have near the animal part of this. So we're going to have like a little petting zoo back there, and maybe this just might be a competition ground right here. So let's take some fences. We got a white wooden fence. We have our regular fences, amusement park fence, farm fence, modern fence. You know what? We're going to take the riding stable fence because I think it looks really nice. We're going to take the line tool. We're going to draw that out there. And we're going to then add, maybe I should have, oops. Add that and up. So there's going to be one set of competition grounds, and then we'll add an additional smaller one over here. Kind of like you got little kids and big kids, or, you know, bull riding or whatever else you kind of want. And I'm actually going to push these forward a little bit. You can see they don't perfectly line up because of how I drew them. But I am loving this, and I think it's looking really cool. So there's a second smaller competition ground. So let's put in some decorations. So I think we're gonna make this first one barrel racing. I kind of want to go download the surface painter tool, but I'm gonna look at our mod list really quick and see if that was on our mod list. All right, so surface painter is not on our mod list, so I'm not gonna use it. But I'm trying to figure out how to make this look like dirt without having dirt. So I wonder if I can use sand. Let's try sand. Oh, look at that. Okay, I know where stuff is. Sand. Sand typically in here? Why am I going crazy? Maybe because I don't have sand? It's literally right freaking there. I'm so smart. So I want to know if I can get sand in here. All it's doing is making it darker, which is the opposite of what I want. Like, come on now. Hello, sand. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting any sand. Oh. Okay, I got some sand. I got a little bit of sand. Okay, there we go. It's a little odd, so I wonder, is it adding? Oh, it's taking away. Oh, well, that's interesting. I'm not a huge fan of necessarily how that looks, but I'm okay with it being a little dirty. It's just weird, you know? It just like, it doesn't behave the way you expect it to. But I wonder if I run it, I'm gonna do first. I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna delete all this fertile land. And then I'm gonna take the sand. And I'm gonna stretch it out. Okay, so that kind of looks odd, to say the least. It's the color, isn't it? Oh, it's the color. Okay, so what if I just do something like that? Nope. We're just gonna... Sorry. That was a great shot. I'm just trying to see if anything is going to change the color of it. I mean, that kind of does... What about oil? Okay, honestly, the oil's doing it for me. Okay. Let's just turn up that brush strength, baby. It's not perfect, but it's giving it a little bit more of that wear and tear look. And I think if I throw in some dirt... Yeah, again, I wish I had the surface painter. Okay. I don't know why we don't include it on this build. I think Joy Build Cities used it for the farm. So now that we finally have that down, now I'm willing to put in some of the dirt. I want to be careful because I don't... You know what? Let's delete this. So we're gonna have a start to finish line, which is gonna be roughly in the center. So we have a couple different types of barrels. So we have those kind of barrels, those kind of barrels, and those kind of barrels. And having looked, they always kind of seem like they're the oil barrels. So I think we're gonna not do the wood, and we're gonna stick with barrel number 2, barrel number 4. Let's go barrel. Let's go this barrel. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab our barrel. Nope, 1L in barrel. And we're gonna start with, so the start line is in the middle. So we put 1 barrel there. So the barrel racing is actually, from what I've seen, pretty spread out because horses need a lot of space to run. But I am not by any means of the word a horse aficionado. And I'm actually gonna delete that one and delete that one. because we want to give them plenty of space to not hit themselves on the protection fence there. Okay, so basically what the horse is gonna do is they're gonna be brought out here, and then we're gonna go around and around and around and down and there, and then they have to come back to the center to finish. So it seems like a pretty weird, like wide open thing, but I think this is gonna be good. And I'm a little sad that I don't have any horse props. But overall, I think this is actually kind of cute. So I'm gonna stick a trough in here so that way they can have some water and some food while they wait. And let's see if they have like a fence. Let's see. Oh, ooh. Okay, change of plans with this internal one. I found these really cool. Ooh. Okay. That is really cool. I don't know how I feel about the double fence, but I like those corners. So I think I'm gonna add one corner here. And then we're going to not use the prop line tool because I want to make sure that those line up. And we can add the corner there. And so this will allow the riders to get up and around. And they'll be able to, nope, I don't want that one. I want that one. Get in and out, walk around their horses and such. And then let's go ahead and add the next fencing. There. Perfect. So again, this is still going to be where the horse is going to be. Nice, allow them to walk out. This will be the fence. The horse can come out. And let's see if we can add anything else in there for the horse. I don't think so. I think we're just going to have to let them be for a little bit. Okay, so this is our nice horse barrel course. And then over here is going to be the obstacle course. All right, so I found an image on Google to help me out because I don't know a whole lot about horses, like I've said, but I do think I want to copy basically all of this, and I'm just gonna turn it around and place it on the other side as a similar way for the horses to have their space. Beautiful, awesome. Oh, wow, that was a lot of work, but that was so much fun. So much fun. I don't think I've had as much fun just like detailing in this game in a really long time, and I really enjoyed that. Especially when they like get to pull out a jousting pole. Oh my god. Oh my god. let me share this with my teammates real quick. Okay, I had to go brag over there for a minute. But you know, whatever. Okay. I don't understand why I'm so excited, but that was literally one of the most fun things I think I've ever done in this game. Like, that's... I know it probably doesn't make sense, and horse people are gonna be like, well, wait a minute. But, like, that was fun. Okay, so we'll put some stands and things in there later. So we built these, and now we just kind of need to fill out this one last area. So let's see what else we have. Oh, we talked about doing parks. Right. At some point, that was, in fact, a thing. So I think, yeah, it's going to be a little big. But I think having some really nice green space for people to go and just be at is going to be really nice. So I'm going to put a park there, and I wonder if I can fit another one on the other side. I can. More or less. Okay, and then I'm gonna fake attach it with paths, because I know these ones don't allow. Oh, they do. They allow for attaching? Ooh. I don't know why I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm having the time of my life detailing little things like this, but I am. And I'm only a little sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, yeah, so, excuse me. What path were you on that allowed you to drive that way? Wait a minute. Okay, the public transit and cargo is fine because I'm allowing it. I'm gonna have to ask some questions. Oh no, they found it. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this real quick. So, we got these parks. We got the barrel stuff. I'll work on this. I honestly really like this little area. I think it's come together. I love the petting zoo. I love the little garden. I love the little tents that are selling things. I love the warehouses being used as the vent centers. I can't wait to put a racetrack in there. I have all this stuff here, and now I get to detail. All right, well, I think this has come to an end. I'm really liking the way it's coming together. This is our show area with our petting zoos and our nice outdoor park. And we have a couple different exhibition areas. So we have our bird and avian exhibition area. We have a little bird, like a place where people can walk in and view other birds. We have our stables over here. If you remember, we have our race course and our barrel course over there. And some other things I did is I finished decorating this area. I ran the water pipes under the roads. And the last thing I'm going to do after I sign off is make sure all these roads have the appropriate vehicle restrictions. I'm thinking about adding 2 more park entrances, potentially 3, just so that way I don't quite know how long the Sims walk distance is, but my fear is that Sims are going to walk in here and are primarily going to hang out in the front, and the walking to the back is not really going to happen. As you can see, no one's really walking back here at the moment. So I think for now, that is it. Thank you all for coming. I hope you catch my next episode about how I did detail all of this. And I just want to say thank you so much. If you like this video, go ahead and feel free to leave me a like. If you have any comments, suggestions, especially if you're a horse person and know how royally I messed this up, please reach out, let me know. And if you want to catch more of my videos, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of all of this exhilarating stuff. I sometimes just have to pat myself on the back. All right, everyone. Well, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.